Live well, win well. It's on point with Wandel and Stokes, right here, News and Talk. We are 1380 WAOK and want to welcome the one and the only Simone Williams. How are you?
Good morning, Womlin. I am tickled by the song, the song choice.
You know Sean had to set it up.
Yes, because
How are you
absolutely, we do
today?
not want to do fraud.
Right, right. We certainly don't. We certainly do. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I am actually trying to finalize my own Christmas shopping, and
Whew.
just educating the community because the scammers are out there in full force. So just educating and shopping.
Yes, yes. Well, tell us about it, the Better Business Bureau. First of all, like, what does the Better Business Bureau do? I know a lot of things we kind of assume, but maybe there's some things that we may not know that the Better Business Bureau does for the community.
Absolutely. So the Better Business Bureau has been here for over 100 years, and we're a third party consumer of awareness of what's going on in the marketplace. So we don't advocate for the business and we don't advocate for the consumer. We're just here to make sure that the marketplace is ethical, that businesses and consumers can trust each other, and we're just that third party. We're not going to say, oh, we're here for the businesses or we're here for the consumers. We're here for everyone, so we can make sure that the marketplace is ethical, that consumers are getting their services, and businesses are meeting the consumers that want to work with them.
What is it that? What does it mean when a person, when a business says that they're part or member of the Better Business Bureau? What does it mean?
Well, it means that you're a trustworthy business. That
Okay.
I don't know if you're familiar with our BBB seal, but when you see that seal, you know that you're dealing with a trustworthy, ethical business, and that they abide by all our standards of just making sure that they're honest in doing whatever services or performing whatever transactional transaction. So it's just one of those things that you can know that you can rely on them, that they're going to, answer any type of reviews or complaints, and that, they're just doing things ethically.
So, what are some of those like criterias that they have to meet?
So the criteria that they have to meet is the number one is answering consumers. We know that some businesses, you get that, oh, just call this number, and you don't know who you're talking to, but actually, you're going to talk to the business and make sure that to some degree that you're happy with that service, or you're happy with that purchase. They're establishing trust. That is our number one goal. Again, is establishing that trust between consumer and business, and vice versa. That they're advertising honestly, like they're not going to say, you take this magic pill and you lose 100 pounds if you're dealing with weight loss, for example. So it's just one of those
Mm-hmm.
things that they're just being transparent. They're telling the truth. They're honoring their promises. If they say that they're going to do something, that they actually go through and do it.
And for those who like are really not a part, you kind of shop at your own risk and you do business at your own risk. Like for those who perhaps are not a part of it.
Well, when you go to BDB in our directory, it's not only just accredited businesses. We have a directory of all sorts of businesses, whether they're members of, BDB or not. So it's just what we're trying to do, and what BDB is striving to do is, move the right dollars to the right businesses that are going to do and take care of their consumers. We want to make sure that we're not, giving money to unscrupulous businesses. We want to make sure that we're warning the public of, hey, this business is not honoring, or we're seeing a pattern of complaints with this business. So we're just here to educate the consumer, so we can make sure that your hard earned money is going to businesses that are going to do you right.
I see. And I understand also that you all do and provide winter storm resources for individuals.
Absolutely. So we do. If you go to bdb.org, you'll see that we have several hubs. We have the winter source. So if you ever, God forbid, you're in that winter storm and you need someone to like repair your roof or your windows or anything, storm related, we want to make sure that, you could go to these businesses. Other things that we try to warn people are those storm chasers, because we understand that, after a big storm, there's going to be a lot of, unlicensed contractors coming door to
Mm.
door and saying, hey, we can fix this. And, we understand that, you're going through a storm, you're probably very emotional, you're not really thinking things straight. And so we just have those type of resources to say, hey, pause, look for the right things, make sure that your contractor is licensed, because it's not just licensed in the city or wherever you in your community, but it's licensed within the state. So in case something does happen, they don't fix the roof correctly, you have some type of recourse.
I see. I see. Well, let's talk about the scam alerts. For example, online, social media. What are consumers to really be on the lookout for?
Absolutely, it's one. It's a shame that for I believe a third year going, online purchase scams has been the number one scam in the United States, and it's only going to grow
Wow.
since due to the pandemic, everyone went inside and started shopping more. So what we're trying to tell people, consumers, is to do your research before you buy. We want them to go to b2b.org and look at shopper reviews and do your homework before you pay someone, because we know that, I can say I'm a victim of aimlessly scrolling, and you stop at something, you're like, oh, that's interesting, I think I want to purchase that. And people are not really fact checking, seeing if this is a fake website, or if they decide to use professional photos. It doesn't really mean that they have the actual product. So you want to be very, like, you just want to do your research, because we understand that once people go online, anyone can set up a website, anyone can say that they're selling something, and we just don't want people to be fooled by these scammers that are enticing people online with products that no one else has, or they're selling it at a real deep discount that make you say, I know that a woman emailed me saying, hey, someone is advertising a PlayStation 5 for $1. You think that's legit? And I'm just like sitting back and like, ma'am, this is going, the market rate for this is like in the hundreds. So why would you think this
Hmm.
person is selling a PS5 for $1? What you're going to get is probably a PS5 box with nothing in it.
Wow. Wow. That happens. That happens all the time. And what happens to one's like credit card information that they use to pay for the scam or this product? Are they inputting their information and that's at risk too?
Well, they're at risk if they're going on a website that doesn't have the HTTPS with the lock symbol in their browser. Because with that S and the lock symbol, it means that that website is secured, meaning that, if you do decide to put your personal information, that it's going to be encrypted on the other side. So it's less likely that website will be hacked. But you said a good point, Wanderlin. I always encourage people, if they are going to shop online, is to use their credit card, because that will help in case, God forbid, that you purchase something and it doesn't come through. At least with a credit card, you have some type of recourse to go back to your bank and say, hey, this product or this website is a scam. I purchased something and it didn't come, and then I didn't receive the product. Versus if you use, like, your debit card, cash, PayPal, Zelle. When you use those peer-to-peer payment apps, I always tell people it's like cash. Once you give it away, there's highly unlikely that you can get your money back. So if you're going to do shopping online, always use your credit card.
That's good advice. Let's go to break. Call in with your questions. Simone Williams with the Better Business Bureau. And we're talking about consumer fraud. 404-892-2703. Simone, we'll be back with more right here on News and Talk 1380 WAOK. Live well, win well. It's on point with Wandel and Stokes on News and Talk 1380 WAOK with our special guest, Simone Williams from the Better Business Bureau. Simone, I've got Sharon on the line. She has a question for you. Sharon, go right ahead.
Hello, good morning to the both of you all.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Yeah, my question is about the Bitcoin. The young man was all on television. He had athletes advertising Bitcoins, and he
Mhm.
made off of a lot of people's money, 32 billion, only in America.
Mhm.
And he was worse than Madoff. What can happen? Will those people get their investment, their money back, who invested into Bitcoins? And I'm gonna hang up, and you can
Well,
answer the question.
no problem. Yes. So
Thank you. Okay, bye bye.
we we did a study about cryptocurrency because it's very unregulated. It's not backed by any banks. So it's just one of those what we call like a wild wild west, like anything can go. And we always try to tell consumers when they're doing these like investments in this cryptocurrency, it really is just, it's a risk. It's an investment. So if
Mm-hmm.
you're willing to take that risk, that's really just, you just I don't trust it because, like I said, it's not regulated. So I want something that's going to tell me, it's backed by something, a bank, a institution. But yeah,
Something.
we did a big study about cryptocurrency and how it's not regulated. That people are dumping thousands, life savings into this, and then either the person gets the money and then disappears, or you're dealing with this guy who is in I forgot what Caribbean island, but he's out there arrested because that money, billions of dollars, just disappeared. And unfortunately, I don't think that those people are going to get their investment back. That's really something with the government. So I really feel for them, especially before the holidays. And yeah, because we see that type of stuff happening all the time, and more than likely, those people do not get their money back, unfortunately.
Yeah, that is unfortunate and such a big risk.
It's
How do
very, very big
you?
risk.
Yeah, yes. How do the scams really work?
Well, there's three things that scams really work. They work on you got to immediacy. You got to do whatever they say, right now. Like they don't give you time to think. The second thing for a scam is that emotional appeal. So they tag on to whatever emotion that either a child is missing or kidnapped or they do love those romance scams. And then three, they always ask you to pay for something that's untraceable. So again, with these peer-to-peer apps, so they say, hey, can you PayPal me? Can you Zelle me? Can you Cash App me? Because what happens is when you send that money, that person can disappear right after, and you'll never see
Hmm.
you. They'll never talk to you again. They can block you. So so like I said, you treat those type of peer-to-peer app things very cautiously and make it in your mind say that this is cash. And even some of the banks got onto it, and they'll even send you a warning before you say, hey, this person is either not in your contacts or you're sending this to a complete stranger. Are you sure? And that's their like little, umbrella saying, well, we told you once you send this
Hmm.
money, you sending this money out, and we're not responsible if you send it to the wrong person.
Wow, wow. What's happening with this new online shopping con where they are promising you a product and they're saying that the product is out of stock, but they never like process your refund.
Oh, well, what we're seeing with these whole like out of stock is that they're, again, these scammers are advertising this hard to find item at such a deep discount that you're crazy to say, well, I need to jump on this. I need to purchase this. And so you go on, you don't do your research. I always tell people, if you're going to a website that you're unfamiliar, look for a contact page first before you put any type of information, because anything can happen. And you want to make sure that, if you contact this website or whomever, that you're going to have a person on the line. Now, that doesn't say that there's not a scammer if they do provide contact information, but at least, you have an address, you have a phone number, you have an email. So you could go to authorities if you say, hey, here's all the messages that I sent about this item. They told me they were going to get it. Now do your job and go after them. And then always come to bbb.org because we have a new scam tracker form that actually lets you put in the person's, email, phone number, address, and see if other people have been victimized by that certain organization or that certain person. So yeah, we always tell people if you're going to unfamiliar websites, check the contact us page, make sure that it's legit, and then go to bbb.org to see if other people have been having problems with this website or with this owner.
Okay, and also about in-store shopping. What are some of the scams there, or what are some of the tips that you have for consumers when they're in store doing the in-store
Well,
shopping?
Well, the biggest in store we're having that we're seeing is gift card scams. And what that is that, a scammer will peel back or scratch off the PIN number activation, and then somehow they're able to, that silver coating that's over the number, they're somehow
Yes.
able to replace that silver coating. And so when
Wow.
a real consumer goes and purchases it, they'll get a notification that gift card has been activated, and then they run off with your money, and you're not totally sure if that's happening to you or not because people are buying gift cards for other people. Then they're
Mm-hmm.
not normally buying it for themselves. So by the time you give that gift card to that other person, that money is gone because they already knew that the card has been activated. They probably already spent the money, and then by the time you give this person that gift card, the money's gone. So we're
What?
seeing a lot of scammers of just looking at gift cards. So if you ever go in store and you see that the packaging of the gift card it has been tampered with, it's bended, it's scratched, it's slightly open, don't purchase that gift card. Let the people in the store know that we think that this gift card has been compromised, and then go for another one. My trick is I always go for the ones all the way in the back. I take all
Okay.
the ones from the front and I just take the one from the back and then I replace all the other ones because no one's going to take time to, go all the way to the gift cards all the way in the back, scratch it, memorize or write the number and then put it back. So that's one of my little tricks.
Okay. Okay. And how can consumers like file a complaint, or even make a review?
Well, so we want to make sure that your listeners understand that complaints and reviews are two separate things.
Okay.
So if a person is, they still go to bbb.org, but on our website, on the homepage, you can see, would you like to leave a review or would you like to file a complaint? And how I explain it to people is, do you want to warn others or tell others about your experience at this organization, at this business, or do you need BB's help of, helping you get, a better service or product? So you go there. There's a easy to fill questionnaire. It asks you about your experience. It asks you whether you want to leave a review or a complaint, and then you could just follow that questionnaire. I just want to say in regards to complaints, we're here to, mediate. We're not here to advocate for the business or advocate for the consumer. We are a third party nonprofit. So we're just here to just make sure that the marketplace is ethical and people are doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Well, that's great because that's what we need, and we certainly appreciate, your service and what you do for the community, to make it a safe place to kind of just process things on both sides, create that level of trust. Well, thank you, Simone. I didn't mean to take you too far away from your shopping today.
Absolutely. No, because like I said, I am doing online shopping myself, and I'm like I said, always make sure that you see the little lock symbol because if I want to say, I want to purchase this item, I have the lock symbol on my browser. I have my credit card in hand, and we're just going. Hopefully, I can get it because I know I've missed some of the deadlines. So what I'm probably going to do is pick up at store.
Right, right. Okay. Yeah. Don't have it shipped because you might not get it in time, or the person may not receive it in time. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. This has been very helpful and very insightful, and we appreciate you. Thanks, Simone. We'll be in touch.
Thank you.
Have a great
Thank you
one.
so
All
much.
right. Yeah.
All
Thank
right,
you.
Dave.
Stay healthy, stay connected, stay on point. Simone Williams, publicist for the Better Business Bureau, talking about consumer fraud. And, keep everything she said in mind as you're out and about it. And not only during the holiday season, but even post the holiday season, because scammers, they don't stop when the holiday is over.